Hey everybody, it's Bob Asadi. It's Easy Credit Motors. We're at a new car trade-in auction. All these vehicles are new car trade-ins. And I'm just going to walk through, give you my assessment of each vehicle. Start with this Mazda 3 here. And 2012, 171,000 miles on it. It's got to be absolutely perfect for me to buy it. One of the things you don't want to do is look at cars when they're all dirty and it just rained. But that's the case here. We could see a flaw right there. I mean, I'm so particular when it comes to an old car with higher miles. Those are high miles. And one that's not that popular, which to me a Mazda is nowhere near a Honda. But you can make more margin on this car. You can make more profits on this car. See the worn out carpet, the seat. You know, this is actually in pretty good condition when you compare it to vehicles of its peers. But my money can be better well spent. More well spent. This is a 15 Civic. It's a 4-door. At least it's not a 2-door. If it were a 2-door, your market would be limited. But you see that right there? This one's out of the equation. I don't want to waste the time or the money fixing that door. Plus, this is not a high margin vehicle. You don't hit home runs with Hondas. Same thing, too new for my inventory. Won't hit a home run with that. This one right here. It's got 159, but it's a 2018. Most people in the market for a 2018 are never going to live with a 159. This thing's in what I call no man's land. Probably a rideshare car. Here's one, 2022, 6,000 miles on it. Not in my wheelhouse, but someone who carries this kind of inventory, great, take a look at it. Plus it's white, excellent. This is the home run right here for me. An 03 with 136 CR-V Honda. This one you could really make some money on because you don't find them very often. It's got the That 70s Guy interior. I love it. It never wears out, man. It looks like the very first day it was manufactured. After 20 years. Unbelievable. God, Honda's good. Used to be good. Now they've gone by way of, well, I'm not going to get political. But it's got pet hair. Other than that, man, here's the only flaw I saw right here. So drop the bumper, do a little straightening, blend it. It's going to take time to do it absolutely perfectly. Oh, even the roof looks good, man. They took really good care of this. And again, it's all dirty because of the rain. This Honda, you know how I feel about those. It's too new. 02 doesn't match my inventory. 5,500. See you in 20 years, bud. Here, let's take a look at this Accord. 2010 109. You know what? Nice. This would fit my inventory right off the bat. I don't like the color, and neither do most people. So that's something you're going to want to adjust it for when you're bidding on the vehicle. The color is not the most desirable. I mean, it's nice, but you know, it's got the tan leather. Must be an EXL. I don't see navigation. Nope, don't see navigation. Big deal. Everybody uses their phone now anyway. That seat was in really good condition. You know, this is a possibility here. Still has the plates on it. VW 04. Man, this looks really clean. I like the color. Very unique. This is on the same platform as a Porsche Cayenne. You get a lot of car for the money here. Very nice. You know what? Female owned it in all likelihood. Just that plastic stuff that comes off of these German vehicles. That wasn't a very good idea. Audi, BMW started using that. You know what? This is a possibility. 04 118. It's so clean. It doesn't have clear coat coming off. If it did, I'd walk right away because it's not worth painting. Here's a Mini. If I'm going to do a Mini, I'm going to do at least a 4-door. And I'm going to do it in an automatic. And I don't want the convertible top because it's going to have leaks and all sorts of issues. Plus, it's going to wear out and get all faded. It's Las Vegas. This thing I wouldn't touch even if it were perfect. I just don't trust those engines to this day. Pontiac, man, here's a blast from the past. 01, it's got 162 on it. With this going on, automatically it's out of the game. It's got to be perfect to be old with high miles. Too new, still has the Maroni sticker on it. Mazda 3, okay, you know how I feel about these. It's got to be absolutely perfect. 0798, miles are perfect, exactly where they should be. Actually, they're lower than where they should be. This guy's got the headrests right there. Mazda is like a bland brand, you know? It's reliable, doesn't have too big of a following, and people buy it. Do they buy it because they really want it? No, they buy it because, hey, it's Japanese, it's semi-reliable, and it fits their budget. That's why people buy it. Buy it for your kid, you know? It's a buy it for your kid car. This is not bad. This would be on my list. Let's move on to this row right here. This Silverado right out of the gate, man. I don't own a body shop, nor do I want to be in that business. It's gone. This has what we call the Riverside Crack House paint job on it, okay? Don't want it. Costs too much to make it right. Too many miles. Here we go. Honda Civic 212 2008. Okay, now we're talking. I would actually purchase this, but I'm looking at the wheels. I know it's a hybrid. That battery's gonna be a headache. Forget about it. You can fucking keep it. Excuse my French. 09 3 Series 126. Boom, this is my wheelhouse. If it's perfect. Headlights are faded. Not a problem. Just sand those out. Got a little bit of black coming off of that. No problem. Repaint it. Matte. Putting a matte over that anyway. Doesn't smell like hell in here. Great, I like it. Don't see cracks on the trim. Good sign. Back seat. A little bit of fruit punch right there. That could come out. Doesn't look too bad. This is one you're going to want to definitely, see the rear bumper. Got a little cosmetic action going there. This window probably doesn't work, which is why it was taped. It's like a crime scene, dude. Crime scene investigation with BAP. Tires, we really haven't been looking at, but you always want to look at the tires and wheels. This I would definitely bid on. They're showing you, usually this means, yep, there's a crack right here on the windshield. That's huge these days. Windshields aren't as cheap as they used to be, man. Here's a V-dub, okay? GTI. I like the wheels. It's like West Coast chopper style. Oh man, they have that 70s interior. Millennium theft deterrent system. It's a stick shift. Gets way better fuel economy, and with the V-dub, biggest worry is going to be the transmission. So you got that element eliminated. Pretty nice, you know. This is something I would consider, man. 2012 125 miles are right. Beautiful color. That's on my list. 2012 Sienna 115. This is in no man's land. It's going to cost too much for what it is. It's got to have higher miles for you to hit a home run. And it's got to be perfect. Mitsubishi, forget about it. Just my personal opinion. Don't get offended. 2017 Ram truck, 126,000 on it. Looks clean. To me, dude, don't get all pissy now, okay? But Ram, just not a brand worth taking a gamble on, man. It's going to cost too much money. Probably not going to hit a home run unless it's a 2500. Is it? No, it's a 15. Who wants it? It does have 4 doors, though. 2 new doesn't fit my inventory, but beautiful color. This thing, you know what? These are interesting, dude. If you could pick this up for 500, why not, dude? 97, 93,000, but it needs paint. You could restore this if you wet sand it. I've seen body shops do one. Look at this. This actually looks clean. Hey, for someone who's walking to work every day and has to rely on some flake to pick them up, or is inconveniencing a family member, this would be perfect, man. You know, you're just starting out in life, or you're just restarting your life. Does need paint, though. It's out of the equation, man. By the time you're done paying for the paint, and it's going to look like stucco anyway, it's going to be an Earl Scheib $100 paint job. Forget it, dude. You know, or one of the other production shops, I won't mention the name, they're just going to destroy the vehicle. It's not even worth the $200-300 for the aggravation. 2010 170. Whoop-de-doo for my Subaru. I'm not a Subaru fan. Some people are. Front headlights are faded. It's got steel wheels. May have been in a Utah car with some road salt. Excuse me, the interior's trashed. See you later, alligator. Tacoma. These things cost an arm and a leg, man, regardless of the miles. You can't hit a home run with them. This one's a 2013 with 1,000 miles on it. Interesting. Probably just mismatched inventory. Probably. Selling it for working capital? Don't know what the deal is. But they're here. 06 Ranger. Why would you want it, dude? All it has is an extended cab. Nope, nobody's gonna want it. 06 Toyota. Needs a paint job. Tacoma. I think I saw this one actually. Don't know what the deal is with this paint. Guy was in construction, I guess. 06, 280,000 miles on an 06. It's gonna have noisy tires. You see the knobby tires? They're gonna be real noisy. Man, this inside's really clean considering the miles in the year. Miles are too high, dude. This window doesn't seat right. It was just opened. Oh, okay. See ya. Accord. Color, not the best. You're off the list. Here's a Highlander. For some reason, these things go for an absolute fortune. Most people aren't gonna, smart people aren't gonna drop that kind of money. Even if it's perfect, it's an 04 with 129 miles. Years, everything's right. The color sucks. See you later, alligator. 16 with 186 on an Accord. Don't want it too many miles. Nobody's gonna want it. You're gonna need a huge discount, and they just don't give them to you. Dodge, goodbye, dude. Unless you're a stick shift V8 Challenger, we're not even talking. Honda, Pilot. 05, 160. 5 with 160. It's white. I like that because it's hot as hell out here in Vegas. The paint's all faded. It's gonna have to go for a deep discount, and it won't because some idiot will overbid on it. Don't want it. Oh God, one of these hybrid jobs. See you, bud. I don't even pitch into that whole realm of hybrid or electric, man. Just not into it. Hybrid maybe. This one's too new with too low miles. 2016 64. You can't hit a home run with that. You want it to move fast at about 5 to 7 grand out the door, and you want to make a couple of grand. 2015. It's a 2500 heavy duty. Very nice off-road package. 2015 154 Duramax diesel. Interesting. Oh yeah. It's silver. Needs tires, so you want to be mindful of that. At least in the rear, man. Everything's good. No rust. Yeah. Again, those rear, it's going to need 4 new tires. Factor that into your bid. This is something you want for your inventory. You could hit a home run off this. Unless someone goes nuts and brings a retail buyer to the auction and they drive the price up on you. Ford, you know what, dude? Unless it's a Ford truck or a Mustang V8 stick shift, I'm not really a fan of Ford. Sorry. Volvo. Not a fan of Volvo, dude. But you could pick these up pretty cheap. Some people hit home runs on these if they pick them up really cheap in good condition. See that right there? Out of the equation. With that dented tailgate. 09 Toyota Cockroach. Whatever this thing is. Too ugly. Don't even want it. RAV4. You guys who own these, don't get offended, man. I'm just throwing out my personal opinion. You know what they say about opinions, right? 2021, too new. It's already got 86,000. Rideshare company, man. Gotta be a rideshare company using it. Yikes. All right, 4Runner in white. 2021, 43,000 miles. Too many miles. Most people in the market for this thing are gonna buy it elsewhere with lower miles. Pay the extra money. 2012. 150 on a V-dub. 2012. Okay, you could hit a home run with this. You pick them up really cheap. Go through them, make sure they're mechanically sound. Tan interior, black exterior. It's like a dark blue actually. Man, it's so dirty you can't even tell. I love it. There's no rust whatsoever on this thing. 2.0. Like the wheels. This thing's a looker, man. The rack up top looks sharp. I kind of like it. This is the kind of thing you pick up for your inventory. Miles are kind of high, but It's in the ballpark. It's so clean. Nissan CVT transmission. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Nice job, assholes. Ruined your entire reputation in that year range. Don't even look at them. I don't care how clean what the miles are. This thing doesn't know whether it wants to be blue or purple. Faded headlights. 2016, 96,000 miles. I just know I'm not going to hit a home run with it. The windshield I already know needs to be replaced. The color is not for everyone. Skip it. We're trying to teach you how to buy and sell here, okay? VW. 19 with 36,000. The color, meh. Look at it. I would rather have the one that had higher miles and was older. This, you could tell already. Person bought it, couldn't make payments, repossession. March of 2013, so they bought it February 13th. Right before Valentine's Day. How cute. I actually like the color. Second thought, it's like a gray interior. Beautiful vehicle. I mean, when they're repoed, people still have their dusters and everything in them, you know? God knows what's in the trunk. You don't want to know what I found in the trunk of some vehicles. Especially for women. Jesus Christ, you guys get nasty. Okay. GTI, we already looked at that. Jeep, I don't know jack about Jeeps. But, hey, that looks great. I stay away from stuff I don't know anything about, okay? 2013 plain Jane V-dub, don't want it. Is that a Dodge? With the crack house paint job? Tweaker paint job, don't want it. 2013 with unknown miles. Interesting. Don't want it. Here's a Civic. 2-door. That's going to severely limit your market. Don't want it. 2012 Nissan. How the hell did you make it to 200,000 miles with that CVT transmission? That's all I want to know. 2020, 23,000 miles. We know why this one's here. See, that's good. You know why it's here. It's always good to know why it's here. It's one of the biggest ones. And who's the seller? Who's the seller kind of lets you know why it's here. Rideshare car. Gotta be 200,000 miles on a 17 Accord. Okay, now these, if you could pick these up for a song, you would almost want to paint it, but someone's gonna overpay. 2010 Corolla Sport Package. 153 on it. Oh my God, the whole vehicle needs to be scuffed and repainted. My God, that's bad. But you know what? The miles are right. It all depends on what somebody bids on this thing for. And who at the production paint shop you take it to is holding the spray gun, man. Is it someone's first day? Oh my God. You got that going on. You got this, dude. That's a bear right there, because you got to find it in exactly the right color from the junkyard. All right. If you find it in the right color, you save a fortune. If you find it in matted black and you got to scuff it and paint it and all that, now you're going to pay a fortune. It's not even going to be worth it. It's going to eat into your margin. I like to make margin, man. Margin is what it's all about. Reliable, roadworthy vehicle, happy customer. That's what you want. Get them the most for their money. Don't want this. Look at this. That's why they come here, some of them, man. It's a Nissan with the CVT on top of it. I tell you what. How about I give you $50 just to get it out of my way so I don't have to look at it? Accord, we already saw. We know the story behind these. We're moving along. Moving on up to the east side. Look at this. 2012, 215,000. I love it. Is it a 4-door Toyota sedan? I'm in. 2-door interior. I mean, 2-tone interior. The paint's a little faded. We'll need to wet sand it. Okay, that little tow bar right there kind of scares me. What the hell are you towing? Are you stressing out the transmission? You want to take that off after you're sure the vehicle runs well, so you don't spook your customer. Front bumper needs to be painted. You see that? While they're at it, they'll have to touch that up. Oh, they scuffed up the front bumper. Everybody does that. 09 Lexus, 218,000. Oh, it's just a baby. It's just being broken in. And I'm not just saying that. That's not a joke. However, the interior's trashed. I could find way better. Look at this. This is interesting. Sierra. It's got the extended cab. It's white. 07 248. You'd have to be using this for work. Interesting. You could make some margin on this. You could tell we got road salt wherever this baby came from. Okay, we got to take a real good look underneath, make sure it doesn't have a ton of suspension work that needs to be done. No gooseneck, no fifth wheel hole in that bed as far as we could tell. This is something you'd put on your list. Now we're going back old school to the bent antenna clothes hanger era here. 98 131 on this bad boy. How cool. This used to be a government vehicle back in the day. Tahoe. It's got the snow tires, so now we're thinking, where did you come from? Do you have rust? Where did you come from? And yep, you've got some surface rust. Seen road salt. You know what, dude? When I see even surface rust like that, road salt, I don't even want it. You know how I feel about that? You know how I feel about a Volvo? I don't even look at them. Too new, no margin. 08 SI 155. Two-door, but it is the stick shift. They're all stick SIs. Interesting. Those miles are really interesting. There's a little clear coming off of here, you can tell, but not off the roof of the hood. As far as I can tell, again, ideally you want it to be clean, washed, so you can see all the flaws. That grill is a little flawed. You know what? This is in the wheelhouse, man. Something you'd look at here. If the price is right, the kids want them, man. And money is no object when they get a windfall. This one again, we're going to stop. They're going to get pretty repetitive. Acura RTX. Used to sell these new when they first came out. 15 with 110 on it. Not enough margin. People who buy these are super picky, and a lot of them make money. You know, they're engineer types, and they're willing to buy it brand new because they don't want to mess with the headache, unless it's got a lot of miles and you can get a deep discount, and it's someone that knows that they're reliable. That's a different buyer. 05205 Honda Odyssey. This side's probably been hit, that side hasn't, hence newer headlight over here, older one over there that's all hazy, but they sell those cheap on eBay and they're easy to put on. People make YouTube videos on how to do it. You see that seat? Don't want it, man. I just don't want it. Plus it's got this going on too much. Someone will overbid on it usually anyway. If you're gonna buy an old Honda with high miles, man, find one that's perfect, because somebody's gonna overbid on it anyway. Faded front headlights. Here's the thing about this. It's one too many body styles back for today's market. Okay, so you're gonna need a huge discount adjustment for that. No longer keeping up with the Joneses with this one. A little bit of wear there, but hey, you know, par for the course for this year range. Oh my God, it's a hybrid on top. See ya, bud. See ya. Sentra. But you know what? Nope, this I think is from the CVT era. I used to work at Nissan. Have a nice day. You screwed yourself good, Nissan. CVT transmission from that era. 07 111. This is in the wheelhouse, man. But here's the thing about this one. It's got that Bengal butt. It's old school, man. Really old school. It's creeping up. I mean, it's still okay. It's kind of keeping up with the Joneses-ish. Still good, you know, desirable body style. Even today in 2023. Because it's really clean. The color is good. This is on my list, man. This is on my list. The paint looks great. Dodge Grand Caravan. Interesting. Hey, if you want to add people haulers to your inventory, this is how you do it, man. It's cheap. It's, you know, kind of reliable. You get what you pay for, man. If that's your budget as a buyer, not a bad option if it's clean. 145 on a 13. That transmission's got to be perfect. Yaris. Great basic transportation here. 08 148. You put this on your list and go after it. It's got wheels that are kind of dirty. Plain Jan interior, but it looks clean. Look at that right in the middle. Jesus Christ. Christ, some of the stuff these manufacturers try. Focus, wouldn't touch one of these with a 10-foot pole, man. Wouldn't sell it to my worst enemy. Don't trust them any further than I can throw them, man. I don't even look at a Focus. I don't care what year, I don't care how many miles. Got better options. Hybrid, don't want to touch it. How many miles though? 178. You know what? That's not bad actually. 178. It's the Toyota battery pack. It's black. It's 4-door. It's in the ballpark. Then I get over here and I see it's gonna need power. Look at that. See ya. Paint correction. Plus it's all chipped up. No thanks. See, here's a prime example, dude. There's this one, 2010 with 178. I walk over 3 feet. Now I'm looking at a newer one with lower miles, but you know what? If it doesn't have the paint issues, this is where I go. Redo the tint right there. Looks clean. Some kind of soap in the rear window there. You got to redo the tint on the whole car. It's negligible. Wheels a little nicked up. When you start looking at wheels and tires, you're seriously thinking about buying it. When somebody walks around a car more than one time at an auction, they are interested. Walk out there and up them. See a little bit of possibly this one has seen road salt. It does have snow tires. I mean, who drives around in Vegas with snow tires, right? Oh, it's a Dodge. See you later, alligator. Here you go. I love these. 2010 150 on it. Tahoe needs a headlight. We had ourselves a mishap here. Aftermarket wheels. Needs tires. Whew, the color combination is beautiful. 75th anniversary. What is it? 75 what? Diamond edition. Same color they use on those Escalades off the clip. Took a scrape there. These things are big, man. Somebody does their own work. It could be good, it could be bad. But what the hell, we're in Vegas, right? Take a chance. This is actually not bad, I gotta tell you. Based on what the inventory availability is, look at the seat. Interior is very nice. I mean, it could be detailed out to look really good. This is a possibility for me. You can make some money on this one. Doesn't need paint, but it's got that going on. Wheels look all right. You're gonna need tires. Moving on. 1465. This is no man's land. It's gonna cost too much. Unless you're financing it, you have a, your car lot is a high traffic one. If you want to flip it real quick, probably not going to make a lot of money on that one. Fast, Nissan, goodbye. Enjoy your CVT. I'm not going to get political. Dodge, Charger. See, it's outdated now, man. Nobody wants them looking like this, although I like that aggressive look. 14 with 97. Miles are good. They're in the ballpark. You could actually make money off these, but it takes a particular type of buyer to sell this vehicle. It's got to be someone who likes it from this era. Like I said, it's no longer keeping up with the Joneses. Cobalt, just not my bag, man. Especially when it's got any flaws whatsoever. Nissan, enjoy your CVT, Nissan. 16 with 69,000. Especially if it's a used V8. I mean, a used BMW V8. I don't want it. Don't want it. Out of warranty, don't want it. Just like CVT screwed Nissan, those valve stems on these V8s screwed BMW. I highly recommend not getting involved with the used BMW V8. 1500 Ram, don't want it unless it's 2500. We're not even looking at it. But it doesn't fit my inventory anyway, so I'm just saying for you guys who want to get into that class, 2021 with 51,000, too many miles on it. You got to get a tremendous discount, and you're probably not going to get it. Why waste your time? Wow, look at this, 2020 Tundra. in that sky blue that you usually see in the magazines on a sports car. It's going to bring more money for it, man. Color on a vehicle matters. Look at the tires. Jesus. What the fuck we got going on here? It's all tilted. Busted out suspension on the passenger side. It's tilting to that side. 2020 with 40,000 on it. This guy really enjoyed the off-road. Hey Nissan, how you doing? Enjoy your CVT. Subaru Forester, white, 17 with 206,000. Yikes. Probably been hit on one side. Something doesn't seem right about this vehicle. 206,000 on a 17. Nope, it's too many miles for the relatively unreliable brand. Just in my opinion, you open the door and close the door on one of these, man. It feels janky opening it. Closing it sounds okay, but it just feels janky opening it, man. It's got like a rattle to it. What the hell, man? Do something about that. You do that on a Toyota or a Honda, the door's gonna feel solid. It just feels like they're multiple pieces. It doesn't sound right when you open it. See the seat? I mean, it's okay. It's got decent bolsters, but you don't get, I don't think, as much for your money with a Subaru, man. I don't know why some people are just, they're crazy about it. I don't know why. Must be the budget, man. Here's one that does not fit into my inventory at all. That's the kind of thing you find here, though, if you're in the market for it. Nissan, enjoy your CVT. Escalade. Faded hood. Goodbye. 16 with 95,000. There's a 19 right next to it, a 19 with 52,000. Beautiful. If you're in the market for one of these, they're at the auction quite often. Audi. 18 with 21. Everything is right here. If you're a new car dealer, or you carry, this class of vehicle, high traffic car lot, this is perfect. Banks will finance it. The miles are right. That's another thing with the miles. If the miles are right, that is, it's under 8 years old, under 80,000 miles, banks are going to finance it. Dealers are going to pay more for it at the auction because they're able to get it financed and sell it for more quicker, as opposed to all cash. Hyundai. Hey, that looks pretty. I like the color. I just the oil jackets in these engines, at least the older ones, have issues, man. These engines have issues. Lexus. 13 with 162. Kind of high miles. Hazy headlight on one side. See, it's like a repetitive theme. It becomes a crime scene investigation that's repetitive after a while. Looks like that just wasn't, that just doesn't fit my inventory. Plus, it's 13 with 162. Those are high miles for that vehicle, that class. 19 with 51,000. Too many miles. It's got the convertible top too. Here in Vegas, rental companies go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on these. You find them often with high miles from rental companies. This is being sold by a Cadillac dealer. Trade-in. They don't want to finance it or deal with it. 22 with 10,000 miles. Wow. Sweet. F-150 Platinum. If this fits your inventory, let me know. We got them. 14 with 80,000 miles on this Beamer. 14 with 80,000 miles. Okay, those miles are right. But it's out of warranty. See, these are the things that should go through your head when you're buying it. It's a 5 Series, out of warranty. But if you're a dealer, you could probably still get this financed. It's like right on the cusp of maybe getting it. I mean, there is plenty of lenders that will finance this. It's close enough to 8 years, 80,000 miles. 1761,000 on a Sienna, white, beautiful. If this fits your inventory, this is the perfect vehicle. GMC Acadia, okay. I don't know very much about these Chevys, just a big turnoff. When they started changing the models, it was like too much information to learn. a Katie. I'd have to do my research. I know, you know, if it were really popular and people went nuts for these, I would know about it. These people coming by, I don't want them to see me talking to a telephone. Might be calling the nut house for a straitjacket. Hey Nissan, how you doing? You like your CVT? The public doesn't. Enjoy. Now we're getting into stuff that's actually not ready for sale. But hey, you know what? Now you have a good idea of what is at the dealer auctions. These are all new car trade-ins. If you're in the market for one of these, look, do me a favor. Don't call me without having your money ready. Get your loan. Have your cash ready to go. Know exactly what you want. Narrow it down to at least, 2 or 3 makes and models. Be specific about what you want. Be ready to accept it in at least 3 different colors. Black, white, silver, red, blue, gray, whatever. But make one of those colors a common one, like black, white, or silver. And then give me a call. I've got access. You see all these? These are only a couple of hundred, 250 of them on a Tuesday in Vegas. Real small sale, but they're all new car dealer trade-ins. Nice thing about new car dealer trade-ins, the odds of the vehicle having lots of really serious issues are much lower. Because look at it this way. If it's a small car dealership like me selling it at the auction, why am I selling it at the auction when I'm a small car dealer? Who knows who's mechanically inclined or has a mechanic on staff? Well, the odds are I probably couldn't fix it. That's why I'm bringing it to the auction. I couldn't fix it and I'm mechanically inclined and have a staff of mechanics. Why am I bringing it to the auction? You see how this works? I'd much rather buy from a new car dealership selling something over 8 years old with over 80,000 miles. I know why they're selling it here, because it's not that they couldn't get it financed. They could get it financed, but they just don't want to deal with a customer bringing it back because it needs some sort of a repair. They don't want to have their mechanics working on an old 2012 Toyota Camry with 215,000 miles when that mechanic could be working on a newer vehicle, servicing it, I don't know, giving it an oil change. This just is not their niche, however you want to pronounce it. All right, we're done. Bob Asadi, Easy Credit Motors. Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, share it on your social media. I'll see you on the next one. Contact information in the description.